Merciful, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace and blessing of God be upon you all. I'm very happy as well to be here. I was invited to address very shortly the topic of racial harmony. So it's deep to our heart. It's something I would like to start with my own experience with Singapore. I came here first time when I was a young man, 15 years ago, and I didn't know about Singapore. I just came here somehow to travel in my way to Malaysia, and the first day I arrived, I visited Sultan Mosque, downtown Singapore. But then I found out church not far away from that place. I saw Hindu temple, Buddhist place of worship, and I really appreciated this diversity. Lately, I start to know people, to speak with Singaporeans from different faith, from different cultural background, and I was very impressed by this diversity and by the peaceful coexistence between people in this town. Years later, it shows with my study of Islam, in which we have principles we learn from the sacred book, the holy book we have, the Quran, that first principles say the human is sacred. Sacredness of human is acknowledged, meaning that every human being has to be recognized as such, respected, and we have to show mercy on them. That's one thing. The second thing we can learn from our tradition is the acknowledgement of human diversity. So, according to our tradition, God wanted this diversity among humans that are organized or spread out between tribes, nations, but at the same time, God asks us to try to know each other. The purpose of this diversity is to know each other, meaning to establish good contact, to get interest for other people, culture, religion, and to live in respect, mercy, coexistence. That's one of the core message of our tradition that we try to spread, to develop friendship and brotherhood with people from other faiths, but also other cultural backgrounds. The third point is that in addition to this diversity of faith, obviously we have diversity of ethnic backgrounds, cultural belongings. Islam is very clear on this point. It rejects every form of racism. Because humans are one family. Every racism is banned in Islam in the stricter manner. It's not possible because it triggers division, whereas the core of Islam is for unity. Then, coming back to reality, unfortunately, sometimes in today's world, we face quite a lot of crisis, hatred between people, and so we have to come back to these teachings to remember us what's the purpose of our tradition, what we can benefit from these teachings in order to implement that in our life. Myself, coming from Switzerland, Western Europe, I have to thank you, Singaporean, to teach us a better way of life, a better system of coexistence and harmony between ethnic groups, but also between faith traditions. Because still today in Europe, we often fail to acknowledge our ethnic diversity, our diversity in religious traditions, and we have this issue of mixing identity, belongings, ethnic backgrounds, and faith. Whereas in Singapore, in my own humble, short experience, I could see so many relations between people pertaining to different religions, different cultures, different ethnic backgrounds, and I think we really have to learn from you. And I think that Singapore plays an important role in history at this time of tribulation to show a good example for the world in terms of racial harmony, ethnic harmony, and bridge between faith traditions. Thanks a lot. I don't want it to be too long, and I hope we can have a further discussion altogether. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I think it's safe to say that preserving Asian harmony in Singapore is very, very important. And it's very heartening to see